Right.
Who knows?
Yes.
Anyway, he's out, whoever dresses up in the costume is out in front, and
Yes.
good way to let people know that it's time to help other people in the community. Where does all the blood go? Goes into the blood source system?
It goes into the blood source system. It covers all of Northern California. The last 2 years, we have been able to collect enough units to actually, if all of our units went to Sutter Amador Hospital, we would have covered all of their uses and still had some left over.
For what,
For
year?
the year.
For the year, wow.
For the entire year. Last year, we had the best year ever. We got 606 units. That's an average, obviously, of 100 per blood drive. This coming year, we're going to be pioneering a new system. The blood source has got another machine out that takes a little longer to donate, but it decides what it removes from you. White cells, red cells, platelets, plasma, and we may have as many as 18 blood drives a year from now on. We may have one a month as well as the normal 6 ones.
The machine cannot remove things like medications, though. You and I talked briefly before the show, and
No, it cannot filter meds out.
Both of us are on different medications that don't allow us to give blood, unfortunately.
Well, no, I still can, minus scotch.
Okay, you can with
But-
I can't, unfortunately, and mine,
Yeah.
I have to be off it for 6 months, I think, before I could
Something like that
do it again.
for some of them. Yes.
Unfortunate, because I enjoyed, tough to say that I enjoyed giving blood, but it's getting a needle stuck in you, but it's not bad. You know you're helping people.
Yes, and some of our blood drives are more like community gatherings. I end up with people hanging around, especially during the winter when I get the fireplace cranked up. And we do s'mores and things over there, and some of the blood drives is more like a hangout.
Yeah.
I get people that come in, they visit with every other donor that's in there, and they'll stay a couple of hours after they've donated, and we seem to have a lot of fun at it. And the nice thing is we are saving lives.
You get a lot of veterans in giving blood, too?
Not very many.
Okay.
Not very many, sadly.
They've given, I guess, huh?
Well, some of them, yes.
Yeah.
And some of them are on a lot of the restricted meds.
That's right. Okay. When are your normal blood drives? This one's August 5th. When are the other ones normally scheduled? I know that may change.
They're every 2 months. They're always on the first Monday of the month. And they're always from 11 to 6. And it was very interesting, blood source, because they have to provide extra personnel, which they have to pay for, they balked at having the extra hour. They wanted to cut us off at 5. Well, now that we go to the extra hour, they realize that they're gaining a lot more units in that last hour.
People get off work, and
Exactly.
naturally on the way home they can stop right in.
Yes, yes.
And what you need is a drive-through where they can just stick their arm up, right?
Well, I've suggested, oh no, I haven't. And then like with these new machines, it takes so long for the donations. The last blood drive, everybody but the 2 operators of those machines had left. And we didn't get out of there until, I don't know, 7, something like that. And which was interesting. The poor nurses kept apologizing for keeping me there, and I said, honey, this is what I do. This is what I'm here for.
Right.
And it's
Because this is your baby, right?
It is, yes. I've had it for, I don't know, 7 years now, 7 or 8 years.
Anybody else help you all that time?
I've had a few young ladies go out and help me put out flyers, and that's about it. And then, of course, all the donors are the best help, and all the merchants up and down Main Street here in Jackson, especially, are there. I've got some True Value, Heinz Book, El Dorado Savings, several of these places. As soon as I walk in with the blood drive flyer, it goes right in their windows, and there's several like that in Sutter Creek also.
Let's talk about the process quickly. Just giving blood is very simple.
It is. It's very simple.
Painless.
Yeah. Although I
so.
hate needles, I have to look the other way. But yeah, you go in, you check in. They give you a list of medications. You sit down. They take your temperature and the normal things, blood pressure, and ask you some basic questions and sit in a chair, and a little lady comes over and finds a good vein and goes for it.
You got to figure, though, for giving 1 pint of blood and for the little pain or if you're a little discomfort from the needle going in, it's you might be saving somebody's life out there.
Because of the amount of blood that the blood source has been taking in, a lot of elective surgeries can be performed that otherwise wouldn't be. Every year, the blood source puts on a luncheon for the chairman of the blood drives, and you can't possibly be paid any better than going to one of these luncheons and have some little girl or little boy come up and give you a hug because you either saved them or one of their parents. I mean, what more could you possibly ask for?
And in many cases, people go through a lot of blood very quickly.
Sometimes they do. One of our veterans, I think he went through 90 units after a motorcycle accident that he had gotten into many years ago. That's a ton of blood.
Yeah.
And that was many years ago.
That's like blood transfusion after transfusion.
It was, yeah, I can't imagine how badly he was injured. And he finally, and then after he recovered, he began donating blood and keeping track. And last year, he gave his 90th unit.
Good.
So we had a little party there for him. We had a cake for him. I always have donuts there anyhow, but we had a nice sheet cake, and it was very nice. And he was ever so happy. And
any special blood types that you need more than others?
There may be, but the way they're treating the blood now, they've got a way that every unit you donate, they make almost 2 units out of. Mine is, it's not a special blood type, but I have special antigens, so they'll make 4 units out of mine. And apparently they can give mine to infants, and it doesn't overwhelm their immune system. It helps bolster it.
Well, I always knew you had a child inside you. So.
Well, we won't go there.
Yeah. Let's talk about the time and date again.
It's Monday, August 5th, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. at Sutter Hill at the American Legion Hall. And yes, I will have donuts, and they do bring a few of their snacks.
And phone number if people want to contact you?
It's 223-1269. That's my house number, and everyone can leave a message. And if you have any questions for the blood source, you can call their 800 number, which is 800-995-4420.
And it says, please bring a photo ID and eat and drink, and that means eat and drink water, I guess.
Well, they would prefer water, yes.
Before donating.
Yes. When you're hydrated, your donation goes so much faster.
Okay. Robert, we got to go. Thank you for being here.
Welcome, Richard. Thank you.
We're going to go to, I think we're going over to Rome segment, and we'll see you then.